A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Jackson looking to throw right away. Being chased out left. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play action. It's Jackson. Got a man. That's Ward. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Throwing on first down. It's Jackson. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Back to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be...
And he's going to go down again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There's a hush indeed. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 38. They go play action with Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Vikings are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Hopkins, the man in motion left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That goes for a gain of 31. And the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a first and 10 here. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Vikings had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener, and they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Brings up third down and 9. Mustang 19 with Lion.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Warriors 17. 19 Lions. Go, League, go. Hey, smash Broncos. Track 60.
They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious... It doesn't pan out, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. On first first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Rashad Bateman.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good, and it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, but also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Raven first down.
Play action. Now Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 36.
42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Jackson from the shotgun. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Andrew Booth drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. They have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They find some open field here.
And he is going to have a Ravens first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. After the sack on first down, Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
His kick is good.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Vikings 7.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Goff.
This will be caught downfield by Marshall.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Four down. 2 for 1. Obama. Hey, lift.
On first down, Goff. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
12.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now you green. There's this one. Tiger.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Touchdown, Vikings! Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that 4th
down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Goff on first down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, here's Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
To throw is Jackson.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Ravens take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
17.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff under pressure. They got him again. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Super 12. We're good.
To throw is Goff.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
An 8-yard loss brings up the fourth down.
Here we go on 4th. Goff looking here for Smith downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the interception, here's Jackson. Out to his left.
That is caught, Rashad Bateman.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Here's Jackson.
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Ravens have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Now receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Ravens 36.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
In motion left is Hopkins. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
It's 4th down.
DC.
In motion, the tight end.
76, kill him. 76.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else. It makes it dramatic.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Play action. It's Jackson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Finding his target, it's Ward. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Jackson will throw again. And it's caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Number 3. A 6-yard pickup.
Throwing is Jackson.
The 3-yard line.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And some room to maneuver.
40 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw.
Bateman's got it on the crossing route here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Jackson now. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Got a man. That's Ward. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,